What's up, chaps and chappets? Welcome back to another episode of the Tryhards Road to Glory. In this episode, we're exploring Jurgen Klopp's sort of direct football, high-pressing attacking play. And one of the reasons why I like switching up the tactics and using a lot of real-life tactics is to help keep the game interesting, you know, because I personally think this is one of the most repetitive FIFAs there's ever been. And, you know, we could just use a 4-2-3-1 tactics, but just abusing the mechanics of the game, doing, like, time finesse shots on the edge of a box or whatever all the time, it's just getting a little bit boring. Plus, this tactic actually does work incredibly well, and it isn't boring at all. Like, it's very aggressive, very fun to play with. So we have the left back and right back on overlaps just to cause the overloads, especially against a lot of teams sort of using a 4-2-3-1 formation. Especially the 4-2-3-1 with the center attacking mids, they're not going to track back those center attacking mids, so you can get a 2v1 out on the right and left side against their left back and right back. Perisic is going to be on getting behind it. Then you've got the two left forward and right forward players on stay central. So the reason why you're doing this is just so that they're going to tuck in, and then the left back and right back are going to be out wide on the overlaps or whatever. So it seems to work incredibly well. We've got press after possession loss, because basically as soon as you lose the ball, you want to be trying to just get the ball back instantly, and that's kind of like the Jurgen pressing style. It's just to stop the counter attack and also to win the ball back high up the pitch, and that is one of the best sort of parts of the Jurgen Klopp kind of philosophy, like the direct football, the attacking, aggressive football, is winning the ball high up the pitch, because ultimately, if you're winning the ball high up the pitch, you're going to be able to create a chance and also kind of knock them off balance as they're going forward. A lot of players, you know, you can imagine a right back and left back, for example, running forward, and then you suddenly get the ball off them high up the pitch and get a goal, and that's pretty much exactly what happened there against me. We weren't really ready for the first game, as you could see there. We go 1-0 down just about instantly. Poor marking here, poor defending. So one of the reasons as well why this is pretty sick is it actually makes you kind of manual defend a bit. And manual defending is actually pretty good if you use it correctly. If you're very sort of structured in the way that you defend. If you're not, you know, maybe you're not that good at defending, just practice. At the end of the day, anyone can do anything, you know. Just practice, get good at defending, and it's just that simple, really. So 2-1, we're straight back in the game. As you can see, we've got pretty much everyone here. And the thing is you might just be scared of a counter-attack, but at the end of the day, if they haven't got options to give it to, and they're just going to choke, then you're just going to get the ball straight back. There's so many times where the opposition will get the ball back in the defense, but, you know, you've got players all around them, and they're just not going to be able to break out. And we get a goal here with the left back. Obviously, we've got the left back and right back on the overlaps, and he basically just couldn't keep it out at all. Nobody can mark Alexandra out at that back post. So we're 2-2 at this point. And a lot of the play, to be fair, is going to be just like crossing it into the box. Because as soon as they head it away, as you can see here, there's a good chance it's going to fall for one of your players, because you've basically got everyone forward. So Mertens picks up the ball here, gets a little lucky there, not going to lie. But we get the 3-2. And it basically, like, it is just all-out aggressive football when it comes to the attacking side of it. So we get the ball here, Cancelo, giving it out to Dybala. So another thing as well is that you need a substitute left back and right back. And the reason being is they're doing so much running up and down the wings that by the 60th or 70th minute, they're going to be completely dead on their feet. So, you know, just having those substitute left back and right backs that you can bring on, and then have that second wind, you know, complete full stamina. And then you could just go at them again and really test their opposition left back and right back. So we're on the counter attack here. Mertens giving it down to your boy Perisic. Playing it over the top by Perisic to Dybala. Gets a finesse shot. What a goal there. I literally did like the right stick flick, just to kind of flick it over my head type thing. And then get it back to... I mean, we're 5-2 now. We really have taken control of the game. And the thing is that, especially against lesser opponents, you know, opponents aren't very good. If you're playing with a 4-2-3-1, there are times where sometimes the game can sort of peter out, especially if they're, like, not very good attacking-wise, but half-decent defensively. Whereas with a 4-3-2-1, it's like, you know, you very much are forcing them to reach a level that you're currently at type thing in terms of FIFA abilities. So we get the chaps in. We have to get Yedlin at right back just because he's got incredible pace, incredible stamina, and if you know anything about chemistry styles, or just basically chemistry bringing players off a bench, you'll know that basically they're just not going to have very good chemistry if you sub them on. So that's why I have to have good pace from the off, because I won't be able to get someone like Aurier or someone up to good pace, because the chemistry style won't do much when he's only on like 5 or 6k coming off the bench. So Yedlin inherently having something like 93 pace, I think he's got something like that, which means that we've also got the stamina as well. I think it's got 85 stamina, and that is the one stat that you can't actually touch with chemistry stars at all. So he's a great player to have as a substitute coming on. So we're 1-0 down in this game. We're just looking to kind of open up the width there and just kind of switch it out, and we do the complete switch, giving it to Alexandro, whipping it in, Perisic beating his man, and then tucking it away with the header. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff, and I have to say, Perisic is incredible, and one of the best things that's happened as well recently is that Perisic and Savic have been upgraded to 87 rated, and also Inter Milan, because they got knocked out of a group by Tottenham, they've actually gone to the Europa League instead of a Champions League, obviously, and he's got an upgrade from that. And also, I wouldn't be that confident on Inter Milan going that far in the Champions League, and now they could actually go a little bit further, you know, in the Europa League, and hopefully Perisic will actually become a sick card. He's currently 87 rated. Imagine if he got to like 89, even 88, even the card that he is right now. It's just absolutely incredible. So going into this next game, you know, we're absolutely flexing up. 45th minute. Perisic gets the ball here, gives it to your boy Savic. Absolute dominance. Sandro trying to flick it on. And here's what I just wanted to illustrate here, is that he's trying to get out of his box. He's trying to escape. And every time he kind of gets the ball back, we're straight onto him again. So Alan just all out attacking, really. Alan gets the ball back, gives it to Perisic, who gives it to Balde Diao. Stretching a play. Cancelo. Look at this beautiful stuff. Mertens opens him up. Dybala slots it through his legs. Absolutely stunning. That's what you like to see. So, getting into the 45th minute here, I thought we were getting into the next game, but not quite. Dybala gives it to your boy Balde Diao. Mertens spots the run of Savic. It's 3-0. It's beautiful stuff. And that's the thing, is that we are just outscoring opponents. It's not like we're trying to park the bus or like play defensively, and we're not even abusing the timed finesse or anything like that. If you notice, most of these goals are pretty normal FIFA goals. By normal FIFA goals, I mean, you know, goals that you'd expect to see in previous FIFAs, although we don't actually have the driven shot. I don't really do that at all. I'd love to see the driven shot come back instead of a timed shooting. I'm not going to lie, that would be sick. So we're 4-0 up at this point, and as you can see, we are just scoring so many goals. My goodness me. Balde Diao giving it to your boy Dybala, looking to create the space, does the drag back. Arguably one of the most effective, if you can class it as a skill move, you know, one of the most effective skill moves in the game. So up against the next opponent, he's got a good team. Sane, Aguero, and Salah also playing the 4-3-2-1. But is he playing it in the right way? You know, is he playing with these same tactics that are pretty OP? I have to say, Cancelo just getting down this right-hand side, gets the ball across for Dybala, tucking it away into the top corner. It's just beautiful stuff. And that's the thing, is that one of the best things, there's so many good things about this formation, but one of the best things is ultimately the left back and right back. They just cause so many issues for players, and especially, I used to do it at the start of the game and switch to the 4-2-3-1, and that is genuinely something that you can do if you want to kind of just see it out, because ultimately, you know, the 4-3-2-1 is a very attacking, aggressive style. So if you want to play more defensive, perhaps after scoring 1 or 2 goals, then you can just switch out to the 4-2-3-1 and sort of see it out. And I don't know, at the moment, we're just sort of just keeping the aggression up, which is why we're getting scorelines such as 5-0. So he gets the ball here. My goodness me. Mertens keeping the attack on. He's trying to sort of escape. Szczesny gets the ball. Arguably a foul. Like, I've got into him now. I don't know how that's not a foul. We get the ball off him. And then Szczesny ends up taking me out. Mertens goes for the shot. Saved by Szczesny. Falls back for Mertens. Tucks it. Oh, my days. That is honestly disgusting. Like, he's literally just dragged it back. And Savic just tucking it away. Goodness me. We're getting the win streaks going as well. And look at the scoreline again. 4-0. Savic gets away. What's he going to do? Tries a shot. Gets blocked. And once again, like, that's what people seem to do. Like, a lot of sort of panic passing. Just trying to get out quickly. And as you can see, we do select Benasha there. Just chasing them down. And that's what I do a lot. You have to realize, I think one of the best things to realize in terms of aggressive sort of winning the ball back is you look at your opponent. You look at sort of how many players has he got forward, how many of them are in dangerous positions, and then sort of based on that, you can decide what to do with your defenders. So a lot of the time, I'll just bring forward a centre-back and just sort of close down the angle, close down the options, and win the ball back. Look to win the ball back in a positive manner, you know, play more positive, play more aggressive, because if you're confident in your own sort of defensive ability, then you can be much more confident in your attacking play as well, just going forward. So Yedlin going down this right-hand side, gets the ball in, and we make it 7-1. The ball across from Yedlin to Perisic. It's disgusting stuff. Also, 19, I think I had 19 shots in that game. goodness me. So this chap using a 5 at the back. He had Michael Ballack as well. Like, a pretty sick team, I have to say. Bold Eddie out going down his right-hand side. Gives it to Cancelo for 2v1 out wide. We beat him there. We get the ball in. Falls for Perisic. And that's the thing is that a lot of the time, like, I'm just aiming to get the ball into the box. And even if it doesn't fall for me, you know that there's so many players forward that the ball could end up just falling for me randomly anyway. And a lot of the time that did end up actually happening. So Savage giving it to Perisic, just looking to open up the space. Dybala gets tackled by Alonso, taking him down. Mertens making it 2-0, just slots it away on the penalty. And we do seem to be a little bit more consistent as well, which is decent with the penalties. Don't know how Allen doesn't get the ball there. Gives it to Sturridge, looking for the 1-2. Gets it through. Sturridge tucks it away. You know, game on at this point. It's actually given us a little bit of a challenge. A little bit of a challenge. So we get the ball down here. Mertens looking to get the ball in the box. Does a little drag back and then drag forward type thing. Just to, you know, a lot of it is about predicting the opponent. About sort of making him think that you're going to do one thing and then doing another. And he's obviously just dragged him out. We've spotted the gap. Almost spotted the opportunity. And then passed it in and got the goal. Sturridge getting another goal back for him. This guy was actually half decent, to be fair, attacking-wise. But I feel like we just kind of overloaded him a lot of the time. And Savage, just straight from the kickoff, do the ball roll, completely sold the defender. And it falls for him, luckily, to head it home to make it 4-2. So we're looking good at this point. We're getting the win streaks in. We haven't lost a single game with this. 9 wins out of 10 matches at this point. And then we're playing a team with 4-5-1, which is a decent formation, to be fair. The centre attacking mids can create a lot of danger, I'd say, if you use them in the half spaces pretty well. Talisca getting a goal. 1-0 to him. And a couple of goals, like, I don't know, it's just kind of me defensively switching off. I feel like if you are a very good defender, especially at sort of aggressive defending, then this formation would just be absolutely incredible. Especially if I had a pay-to-win team with, like, Vieira as the middle centre mid, just kind of using him as a CDM. That would actually be disgusting. So Mertens getting the ball here. Tucks it away to make it 2-1. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. We whip it in for your boy Savage. Hits the bar and then falls for your boy Manolas. So it's a beautiful, beautiful bit of play. I mean, I hate to see it happen. These guys are just getting absolutely demolished as Trent Alexander-Arnold gets the red card, gets sent off, you know. And then this chap rage quits. I was hoping that we'd get more rage quits. I think a lot of these games I was playing late at night, so I didn't actually end up finishing FUT Champs yet again. But ultimately, you know, we're testing out tactics, and I think this is what we're going to go into the next weekend league with, most likely, the 4-3-2-1, just because it is a very... I don't know about you, but it's like... Especially after you lose a game, you want to play aggressive. You want to really go at him. And as long as you're actually thinking logically in the moment in terms of what you're actually going to do with it. Because this isn't just all-out mindless aggression. It is aggression with a purpose. And still thinking logically about what you are doing in these scenarios. Although, you know, your subconscious kind of takes over a lot of it. And just your general sort of game sense will carry you through a lot of scenarios. But... you know, it's about very much controlling the aggression. It's about doing it at the right times. So Lozano tucking it away. But I don't know, it's like, what I was going to say is that using a 4-2-3-1, you get a bit bored, and then you lose a game, and you can't be asked to play patient anymore. That's when it goes down the pan. But this, you don't have to play patient, which is good. But nonetheless, chaps and chapettes, that is going to be the end of the episode. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see more of the Tryhards Road to Glory. And I'll see you, chaps and chapettes, on the next one.